Looks like we're going to be fighting a storm today. I really hope it doesn't get bad. Oh, baby, it is, woo! Doesn't look good. Past that, it's going to lighten up. I just do not need to get drenched before I go to work. I should be fine where I'm at. I'm taking the long way, but I'm going to avoid the dark clouds for a majority of the ride. All I need to do is avoid getting rained on. I'm going to attempt to talk about this subject. It's supposed to be the main topic of this video, but I'm also not trying to get rained on, so I'm trying to focus on the sky and road at the same time. We absolutely have to do something about this, and no better ride type of day of trying to avoid a storm is exactly just perfect for this video. There is a storm coming, a massive storm. And if we do not avoid it, if we do not partake in actions, you know, build up our houses and watch ourselves, our community is going to get damaged in ways that we just cannot repair. And this storm that is coming is the hurricane of GTA 6. Grand Theft Auto Hurricane, dude. GTA 6 is a game I know we have all dreamt up, hyped up, and been so happy for. But brothers and sisters in Christ, we have to do something. It's getting to a point like $80 and locking shit behind the $100 edition. It like that was slick. I'll give them that. That was real slick. I'll give them their props on that. They were slick with how they did that. But, so, the way I view this, it's a $100 game. I don't care what anyone says. Locking content that should have been there, that is there day one, that's the craziest part. You could go into the game, see these places, and not be able to access it. It is in the game. It is in the game. And they built this, and then locked it behind an addition. What kind of crap is that? What are we going to? This community used to stand for something. This community used to be united. This community used to do so much for one another. And I grew up in this community. I grew up in gaming, and I just hate seeing these corporations tear it down. I was so betting on Rockstar. I was so betting on them. They could have done so much good. I was hoping with all these price hikes, with all these everything's yada yada yada, they were just going to come out and be like, you know what, fuck the industry. GTA 6, $60, old days. Like, and I did the math. I did the math on this. So imagine, because I need you guys to understand something, and lock this in your head real quick. Don't lose me, okay? So when you mark up prices for a game, no matter what you're doing, when you go from $60 to $80, you're losing people. You are going to lose people. If it stays at 60, the people who are going to buy it are going to buy it, and the people who were teetering on a line, they probably would have bought it, no matter what. Going to 80 is losing people. It's losing a demographic, and what they're doing is they're losing the less fortunate, the audience that just doesn't necessarily have the money to justify on these means. And it's like, oh, if you don't have $20, it's like, no, fuck the $20. Fuck the $20. It's about principality at this point, because I can afford the $80 edition. I can afford the $100 edition. I'm not gonna fucking buy it. I'm not buying it out of fucking principle. I quit buying these games. I quit buying COD. I quit buying Ubisoft. I quit buying all this shit because they don't serve the consumer no more. You are a fucking product. You are a company producing a product for me to buy. Simple as that. Done. Like, This is a I don't fucking know you. I don't know any of your CEOs. I don't give a shit. Fuck the family talk. No, I buy shit from you. I take money and I give it to you for a product. That is the extent of this relationship. There is no, I don't give a shit. You make a shit game, well, guess what? Lose your money on it. Eat your fucking lunch. I don't want to play no dog shit ass game, okay, bro? Like, that's just how it is. I don't want to play shitty ass games. That's how this relationship works. You make good product. I give you money for this product. I enjoy your product. That is how it works. So, if you want people to buy your shit, start making good product. Simple as that. Done and done. Okay? So, when you make something $80, you're losing the $60 market. So, I know this is not actual numbers, but this is GTA 6, so I went on a grandiose scale. I went on an insane major scale just so I can, you know, do these numbers. If they sold 50 million copies, and that was the cap, at the $80 mark. Now, here's the crazy part. I did $100, like, because to me the game is $100. No one's convinced me of that. It's not an $80 game. It's a $100 game. So I did this. If they sold 50 million copies at $100, and that's where the cap went. Nobody bought anything else after that because that's where the cap was. All right. Theoretically, let's say 50 million was their cap. They get nothing out more than 50 million at $100. Okay, they sold everything and made $5 billion. It took them $3 billion to make this game, a $3 billion game. So they profited $2 billion. Awesome, cool. Now let's say they sell 100 million copies at $60. $60, not including special editions, not including yada yada yada. No, 60 buckaroos, only 60, and they sold 50 million, and they sold 100 million copies. They doubled it. I don't think that's a far-fetched idea. So 100 million copies sold at $60 is $6 billion. They made more. They made more selling it at a lower price. This is GTA 6. I don't see 100 million being a little too far-fetched. Aw, damn, dude, it's raining. Fuck. But they profited an extra $1 billion if they sold 100 million at $60. $80 and $100 copies for this game are not the move. And locking content, like, I don't know, man. It's just so disappointing to see. This is where our community is at now. They really, really did screw us over, because the stories they made for their time and them trying to get silenced when they dropped the game and the community still supporting them, I thought, I don't know, I thought it was possible. I hate to see it, but you know, sadly this is where we're at. And so since this is where we're at, boys and girls, this is where you need to stand. You got to stand up. Vote with your wallet. A game is not worth it. What's worth it is changing the status quo that this community has allowed it to stand at. We've got to stop it. Have to stop it. This is the benchmark. I hope you guys understand that. GTA 6 is the benchmark to see how far they can go. They didn't make the base price 100. Everyone thought that's what they were gonna do, and so people got happy whenever they saw 80. But the sad thing I got to tell you is that wasn't the goal. That wasn't the goal. Base price was not the goal. And I can't believe I'm seeing Rockstar before my eyes pull this. I mean, come on. Like, this is UB slop levels of garbage of what they're doing. I knew I should have threw a sweater on. I have a sweater in my bag, but I got to pull over to get it out. Got some cover, at least for now. I want to wait it out. I just don't think I can. I think it's just going to drizzle. What they're doing to the game industry is disgraceful. What I find crazy is I've seen the most bikers today when it rains. Like, what kind of crap is that? Oh, Lord, it's getting even harder. Oh, it's getting worse. I've got to work, dude. I should have left way earlier. I'm about to have to work in soaking wet clothes, dude. Yeah, soaking wet clothes. Dumbest decision ever. Oh, you're kidding me. It's blocked? Look, there's the sun. So close yet so far. And I'm like totally not supposed to be in here. But dude, like, what am I gonna do? Oh my daggum Osmo's soaking wet. I really hope nothing got into the ports. Yeah, see, this is what Rockstar's doing to us. They're pissing on our grave. We got buried a long time ago, and now they're pissing on it. I hope it's not raining in the fucking morning. Oh, I figured out the meta. I figured out the meta.
For what? Using shorts?
No, for this. Buckle up top, slide it down.
Meta for using shorts is getting some road rage in that ghost run.
Yeah. Luckily, we don't have a lot of that around here.
I don't know why you're not hitting a mirror or two.
Huh?
Like, you should hit a mirror or two.
I'm trying not to catch a charge. I ride with a plate.
You get a custom plate for a bike?
Yeah. You get a custom plate for anything.
Your ass is gonna be so...
Yeah, I meant to grab a paper towel, but it is what it is. You're the goat.
I don't know, I just randomly have that on my car. I don't know why.
Thank you. Hunter?
Yeah. What are you trying to do?
Like, up here's off, too.
The what?
Up here is off.
I didn't see that.
I don't want to turn the bike off either.
You don't know if it'll start back up?
Yeah. I mean, I could turn it off and turn it back on, but that's a risk. I don't know. I don't want to. But at the same time, I don't have a turn signal now. Or lights. Biggest thing is, why is that not working? Just had to happen. Just had to happen. Can't nothing just work. I'm just confused on that. Like,
Yeah. Well, it's not complete this circuit somewhere. Could be due to that. Could not be.
howdy there, brothers and sisters. We are back out of work. And I just realized I have cruise control. Not supposed to have cruise control, but I have cruise control. Nah, my daggum handle's getting stuck. I don't know if I want to fix it or leave it. Yeah, cruise control, no hands, let's get it. But anyway, so back to the discussion we were discussing whenever we were discussing. We have to say enough is enough. When we're getting to this point of gaming where we can just lock content behind a paywall and people are just okay with it, I don't care if it's GTA. I don't care what company it is. A game's not worth it. I grew up on games. I love games. But I refuse to let gaming get tarnished by corpo fucks. I don't care about any of this garbage nonsense that they're spewing. They're talking about profitability. They're talking about blah, 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 blah. You want to know what the biggest problem is? They're hiring too many people to work on one project, and that plus their stupid advertising is like abysmal. And GTA really don't even have this problem because they aren't really dumping a lot of money into advertisement. I don't really think I've seen them advertise on big media platforms. I can't really say there's a big expenditure there. They post on YouTube. That's about it. I could be recalling wrong. If I'm recalling wrong, correct me. That's completely fine. But from my knowledge, they ain't spending buttloads of money on football advertisements and all this other mumbo jumbo. So if they're not spending all this money on advertisement, it has to go to paying for the game development, which is fine. That's completely fine. Money going to the game development, that's priority. Money going to advertisement, that's secondary. That's not even secondary, bro. That's like bottom of the list, in my personal opinion, just because of how easy advertisement is nowadays. You make a good product, people are going to advertise it without getting paid. You pay a few big names, a few, and you do not pay them out the ass for no reason. You don't have to go buttloads. You don't have to go like insane amount, because like the transfer is just not really there. It's not 2010 no more. People aren't watching TV to figure out what the new game is. People are watching YouTube. Honestly, to find out what the new game is, they're watching YouTube. That's it. A little bit of advertisement, cheap advertisement, because honestly, it's not that expensive to advertise anymore. The money going to develop the game, I am fine with. Now, when you overbloat it, then yeah, there's a problem there. Like, I somehow find it super hard to believe it was super efficient to spend $3 billion to make this game. I don't think you can convince me that $3 billion was spent efficiently. I have a really good hunch some of that $3 billion probably was a waste of money. Not all of it. Maybe $1 billion. I could see $1 billion to develop GTA 6. 3, I find that very hard to believe. I just find it very, very, very hard to believe. But regardless, overbloat, like, you don't need thousands of developers. You don't need that. GTA 6 is like the only game I could say they probably would need 500. 500 developers is something I could see being reasonable for GTA 6. Thousands? Nah. You can't convince me of that. Even with the $3 billion price tag, they're gonna make money off of it. I wish they wouldn't. I wish the industry, I wish gamers could take a stand just for this one big one. This one big project. Take a stand. Don't pre-order. Don't buy. For one, we haven't even seen any type of fucking gameplay yet. Nothing. We have seen no fucking gameplay. And if I'm not wrong, I heard they got $50 million in pre-orders. Bro, y'all are suckers. Y'all are absolute troglodytes. I could not know. That blown retards. That's what y'all are. Who does that? No gameplay? Bro, that's bare minimum for me to buy it. I don't pre-order games. There's no point. They're not going out of stock. Damn, GTA 6 isn't even physical. And they probably aren't going to go physical. Like, if we're lucky, the backlash they're getting right now, they might go physical. But considering it's GTA 6, I think they're just going to stick their guns with this one. Biggest reason they don't want physical is they want to cut as much production cost. Okay, whatever. Not an excuse for physical. But they don't want leakers. They don't want people getting a hold of the game early. They don't want yada yada, whatever. You know what? I get it. GTA 6 is big. I could make an exception for, hey, day one, digital only. There's going to be 0 physical until it's released. So what that means is, hey, we're shipping absolutely no copies of the games to any stores because we can't even trust managers to take care of this. So no copies are getting shipped. Nobody is going to ever be able to see this game at all day one because there's no physical being shipped out. And whenever physical does come out, you're going to have to wait at least a week. At least a week to get your physical copy. Fine. Who cares? The people who really want to play it, they're going to buy it digitally. Like, they will now. They don't care. But the people who care about the physical, they're going to wait. They're going to buy the physical. Shit, they might double dip. They might play early and get the physical to collect it. Now, if you sell a damn disc with a license in it, I wouldn't get that. I hate that. But damn, bro, a box with a code? A box with a fucking code, dude. Spit in the face. Pissing on our corpse right now. Like, absolutely sad, tragic world we live in. Box with a code. That's your physical. Like, we're beyond. Like I said, GTA, Rockstar, they're pushing the limit, not in the way you thought they were. They technically got y'all on the $100. The game is $100 fucking dollars. It is. You are getting the full game if you pay $100. If you don't want to pay $100, you get the game, but you're not getting the entire game. I'm just begging this community, like, my brothers and sisters in Christ, the gaming community, please have a backbone for once. Stop it. How many times have you bought a game and stopped playing it? Let's be honest here. Majority of the GTA 5 players, not all, majority of the GTA 5 players only care about multiplayer. I'm not saying nobody cares about the single player, but what I am saying is damn near 70%, I'd wager more, probably only care about the online aspect. I mean, that's just kind of how the cookie crumbles nowadays. That's just what people do now. Like, especially how it blew up with RP. That's where most of the fan base is now. Daggum RP. So if this game, if you truly know down in your heart that you do not care about this single player experience, the story never bothered you, the story was just a plus on top of it, if you truly know that deep down to your core, why pre-order and why even buy it on day one? What is the purpose of buying it day one if you don't want to play the story? That's the only thing there. What are you gonna do? Grind the game? You're gonna practice? It's fucking GTA, dude. It is GTA. Like, yes, okay, you can learn the map, you can learn some cool spots, you can see it before you really get to play it, like, online and fully. Is it worth it? Is that really worth it? Because I wouldn't put it past Rockstar to daggum drop an online only. Like, hey, here's the online only, like they have been. If you were ever gonna make a difference, if you really want your voice heard, if you want your voice heard in today's climate, it is this game. It is this game. If this game does not sell as expected, especially against all odds, because, oh my gosh, it's GTA 6. If this game absolutely bombs day one, that's sending a message. That's proving a point. That's letting people know, hey dog, we don't want this shit. Not saying the game's gonna be bad. The game can be great. But I refuse to pay for a game that is slowly ripping apart the morality that I stand on. Blocking content. It'd be different if it was a DLC. Bro, the game just came out. That is not extra content. You built it. You built that game. And then you were just like, yo, let's make this shit just a little bit cooler and lock it behind a paywall. What? Screw that. Screw that and screw you. I can't do it, and I hope you guys can't do it either. I know I'm probably really against the grain on this one. I know most people, a lot of people are giving them backlash. I haven't heard a single one of you motherfuckers say, I'm not buying it. And that makes me sad. That makes me sad that we're at a point where it's like, oh man, this sucks. This stands against everything I stand for. This is awful. I hate that you guys are doing this. You're setting a standard for it. I'm gonna pay you though. Get out of here. Get out of here with that shit. Pay you? I'm gonna pay you though? Whatever. You don't stand for shit. You don't care. If you're paying for it and you say it's against your morals, sorry dog, you didn't have them in the first place. You truly didn't care. It's not because this game is the exception. No, there's no exceptions. You stand on business or you don't. Simple as that. And if you don't have self-control to not play a fucking game, sorry. Sorry. I grew up on Spider-Man. I love Spider-Man to death. That was my childhood hero. Constantly. I had a daggum toddler portrait with Spider-Man, bro. Don't play with me. I bought every single Spider-Man game in existence. Every single one. Love them to death. And then I finally got to a point I was just getting upset with what they were doing, Sony, and delaying it for a year. And I was like, whatever, I'll just get it when it goes on sale. It takes, the game comes out, I have to wait an entire year. I wait an entire year for Spider-Man 2 to go on sale. I wait however long it took for that thing to go on sale. Let alone, the game's been out for a year, 2 years now. I want to say 2 years. I think that's how they delay it. The game's already been out for a year, 2 years. And then it drops on Steam. I have to wait even more months after that. I have to wait even more months after it drops on Steam for this thing to go on sale. Alright, cool. It goes on sale. $49.99. $50, bro. $50? That's $10 less than a brand new game. In my standards. I don't agree with 70. I don't agree with 70. $10 less than a brand new game. Nope, not buying it. I'm gonna wait for it to go to 30. I was like, I'm waiting for it to go to 30. And I thought this year was the year. Nope, it's on sale for 50. I'm never playing that game. And that's because I'm standing on business with it. And I'm done. I'm done with how they treat us.